Hey there, Ulti Zeta here, and welcome to a new Let's Play. I'm gonna be a little bit on an indie game arc for a bit, I think, because there's a lot of games that came out this year that I really want to play. Some games that didn't come out this year that I still just want to play. And I don't know, getting pretty fucking tired of Nintendo games, I guess. It's the sign of growing old, is wanting more variety, and not just being comfortable with the same old stuff, I guess. Well, I guess that's not necessarily a sense of getting old, it's more so just like... Point is, I've lost kind of like that childhood whimsy of, oh my god, Nintendo, I only really care about that stuff. And so that's causing me to broaden my horizons. Anyways, Bombun. There's gonna be bombs, and there's gonna be buns. Game about baking, obviously. But no, yes. This is a 3D platformer that I think is Bomberman inspired, maybe? I don't know. I don't know too much about it. I just follow the creator. Tofu. So, point shop. I'm gonna buy stuff. Okay, so there's cosmetics. That's our character over there. All time badges and secret bunnies. Okay. And these are cheats for, I guess, beating the game. I don't know what Bombun is, but... Okay. So there's secret bunnies, and there's time attack. Interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna do time attack, but I might go for all the secret bunnies, whatever that is. Options. This seems like... I'm gonna switch that to 60 just because, like, that's what makes sense to me, and I don't want to mess up the visual recording somehow on accident. I don't know. The rest of this I will worry about later. I don't know what the things are going to be. Anyways, new game. I don't know what the camera's going to be like, so I don't know if I want to invert it or not yet. Get ready! Go! So it's kind of like... Okay, interesting. Mario 64-esque camera, like, setups. Like, specific angles. And there's a limited amount of angles. Like, I can't keep going to the right over here. Okay, I've got bombs, and they can, in fact, hurt me. Pick bomb. Yeah, that's Bomberman inspired, I'll tell you what. Oh, that's a... I was like, why can't I go this way? It's slightly blue. It's because there's glass in the way. Okay. Bomb jump. Oh, yeah, Bomberman inspired indeed. I gotcha, okay. Okay. Okay, ow. So I noticed this was getting bigger. Yeah, this is like my dream of Bomberman, of like a new game inspired by Bomberman, but like platformer. In the air, fastfall backflip. Die. Okay, interesting. Kind of Mario Odyssey-esque. Interesting. Okay, so that's the tutorial level. Bombun base. UFO enemy mode, 2x score. Okay, so that wasn't a real level, it looks like. I don't... It doesn't look like I can go back to it. Okay, so... Based on this, it looks like there's 4 stages per world? I don't really know what this game entails. I just know that I follow the creator, and little gifs of the game like intrigued me. And obviously, with a game called Bombun, it sounded like Bomberman. This game loads weirdly on a Steam Deck, is what I'm learning. I would have thought this. Okay, so they're little, like, chips. Do those get me anything, I wonder? One of them is equal to 10. I see that in the top right corner. I'm not entirely sure what that's for, per se. Do I want to try to get them all in one stage? Is that going to get me anything? There wasn't like a power-up for that before. For the time being, I'm probably just gonna platform regularly. Like I said, I'm not worrying about time attack right now. I am curious about the whole, like, hidden bunny thing, though. Oh, okay, that's moving that platform. I do want to... Since we're talking about hidden things, though, I am suspicious. About these pegs. Maybe trying to go from this one would work better. You see what I'm trying to do? I want to try and get up to the top one, because, like, if I can land on the top one, then maybe I can land on the top thing entirely. But I think it just comes out too fast. So, before I die, before I die in the first stage, let's keep going. If I don't find anything else secret, then I can come back to that later. Oh, I love that guy. He's got pathing! You know, I don't know why I did that. I know that the bombs hurt me, but for some reason in my brain that just hasn't, like, clicked yet. Oh well. You know, I never really brought it up, but there's another... This is more than just Bomberman 64 this reminds me of. There's another Bomberman game on the N64 that this is very reminiscent of. Especially with its platformer elements. It's a lot like Bomberman Hero, which is a game that I have not really engaged with much. But, fun fact, I did once try to start doing a Let's Play of it. It was a while ago. And I think I got, like, 2 or 3 episodes in. The reason why I stopped was because I found out that there was, like, sort of, like, requirements related to, like, getting 100% that I just was not doing, which meant that everything I had done up to that point was basically going to need to be redone anyway. So I just kind of was like, I don't know. And I think it was also around an awkward time for me and, like, some other IRL stuff, so, like, I stopped playing the game. And then I just never picked it back up again. So, I don't know. Maybe one... I definitely want to come back to it, because, like, it's the other Bomberman N64 game. Like, that's a big deal to me. I want to play them. I played Bomberman 64, I played Second Attack. Now I gotta play Bomberman Hero and experience Redial. So... it'll happen eventually. Trust. But anyways, clock. Okay, I'm going to guess that's a checkpoint. That was perhaps the worst time I could have done that jump at. Don't see any gems. Again, I don't really know... since this is the first stage so far, I don't really know necessarily... I don't necessarily know... if the chips mean anything. So that's kind of what is having me go through all this so slow and like checking around for these things. If these are just like, oh, they're there for the sake of it, like, then I'm probably not going to be bothering in a future stage, but for right now, I mean, that's also what kind of made me think of Bomberman Hero, I'll be honest, because that's the thing that I wasn't doing in Bomberman Hero, is that, like, the game kind of wants you to collect all the, like, little coin, like, type stuff in that game. And I wasn't going for them in Bomberman Hero. And so, like, that's why I'm thinking, like, oh, well, this is a platformer with bombs and whatnot, like, it makes me think of Bomberman Hero, and, like, that was the thing about Bomberman Hero that you had to do. Ow. So, you know. Like a little box down there, but I think it's just part of the level geometry. And go swimming. Now, I forgot there's a bomb rolling button until just now. That would probably make some of the enemies I've been trying to attack a little easier. I haven't seen any secret monies. I don't know if this is going to be like an every stage type of deal, but... But I'm keeping my eye out, and I haven't seen anything. Well, there's the goal. Well, I like the game so far. It's fun to play. Like, it controls well. You know, in a kind of sad way, it feels like Tori, but fleshed out. Get ready! Oh. We just go right on into the next stage. Okay. Did I even get, like, a ranking? I don't know, but I know what, like, the times are. It says on the... You know, I'm being attacked. Yeah, I don't know what the chips do yet. That still has not been explained to me. We have not yet met a creature that takes multiple hits. It's a weird lighting thing. Like, is that like a little red blip? Like, try and hit things with? But, no. I can definitely see like a bit of like a speedrun potential thing there. In terms of like... hitting like a particular kind of jump. I'm still not seeing anything hidden. Like, I wouldn't even really be thinking of like, oh, there's hidden stuff, if not for like the fact that there was a thing that said secret buttons, and I'm like, huh. You know? There's a hidden blip there. I still don't know what these do. Like, when I beat the stage at the end, it wasn't like, hey, you did amazing, you got all the chips or whatever. It didn't show anything. It didn't, like, affect anything. Parts. It's kind of odd. It's like my inability to parse the fact that bombs hurt me! Why is that so hard for me? Oh. Bad at the jumping. I do really, I want to say again, like, this game feels very good. Like, the movement feels really fluid to me. Like, I don't know, I guess I have, like, a little bit of, like, a worry, I guess, sometimes when it comes to, like, especially something that, like, this game was made by one single person. And, like, that's not necessarily a slight against the idea of one person, but, like, that does make me at least wary of, like, how is that going to play? How good is that going to feel? Because I would fully believe that there could be potential issues there. Is sort of my thing. Hold on. Okay, they're good shots. That, or I'm just bad. And you know what the answer to that one is. But yeah, like, my point is that, like... How are you not dead? My point is just that, like... So that one was the platform. What does that one do? I don't know. My point is that, Oh, those guys blow up on their own. That's convenient. You never know when you're gonna get something that's, like... Passion projects are great and fun and all, but you don't know how good someone necessarily is at programming, physics, or any sort of thing. Like, I played ROM hacks in the past that were made by one person, and they were completely miserable. I've played some games made by one person, and they just haven't been great. So I don't know, like... Especially because I didn't know going into this necessarily how good Kekitopu was as a game designer and developer. That, like, yeah. it's a pleasant surprise. I'm not saying that, like, oh, they could never have done something... something good. It's more so just, like... I just was wary. I was, like, contemplating, and it feels really good is the point. That's what I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make. I'm very bad at, like... Bombs bounce. I'm very bad at, like... elaborating on feelings while also playing things at the same time. You'd think that I would try to be better. Because I'm a Let's Player, that's kind of like the whole thing. It's a very simple thing, but I really love that the enemies actually take into account the fact that there can be walls in their way. Like, this feels like a very old-school platformer, but that's very much not an old-school platformer thing to do. To have enemies react to the fact that there are walls, and to actually properly take stairs and stuff like that. I don't know. It's very funny to me. These diamonds still confuse the hell out of me. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go up there? Like I said, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes what's, like, the camera shifting and what... Whoop. Can't hit these guys. I'm pressing the wrong button for my dives. Gotta remember it's this button. I'm enjoying the level design so far, too. Like, it's early in the game, but, like, nothing stands out to me as, like, oh my god. I guess there's a little bit of, like, a, I wonder... sort of vibe of, like... Okay, go that way. Grab these. Like, some things have felt like a little, like, oh, that's a little tricky. Some of the cannon stuff, but, like... Okay. My invincibility frames did not last as long as I had hoped there, but that's okay. They've been pretty generous with hearts. You know, if I don't fucking blow myself up! It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. So I guess a good question... Okay, so these trampolines bounce you completely different heights. There's not really a way to tell. Platform left without me! Okay. I don't remember... I guess I didn't see, like, what the... time attack was for any of the stages beyond the first one. But I'm curious what they are. Because most of these stages have seemed like about 4 minutes. But that's just from going slow. You know? Going at a moderate pace. Was the reason why it took so long to load the first time was because it was loading all the assets for, like, everything? And now, because, like, all these individual stages have been going by pretty fast, but, like, that first stage took a while to load. There are multiple pathways to go. I found a secret bomb! Jenny. The weird number. Okay, I found a secret bun. Okay, cool. So is there one per world then? Is that what it's gonna be? At some point, I will get used to the bomb radius. I think that's the big problem. It's not necessarily that bombs hurt me, it's that, like, I just don't expect the radius to be as big as it is. I would probably say the only active problem I have with this game right now is that there's no story or narrative or in any capacity. Like, I don't need, like, super crazy cutscenes or anything, but, like, even knowing any bit of what would be going on would be a nice detail. But instead, I'm just kinda winging it. Hearts don't provide anything if you have not been hit. Probably a good thing. Because it means that there's not going to be, like, any chance of, like, there's not going to be any chance of, like, okay, go through the stage hit list to get max diamonds, you know? Still don't know what the diamonds do. I've been collecting them. I keep seeing the number go up. Alright, what? Hey, hang on. Each one is worth 10. How the heck do I have a number ending in 5? When did that happen? Oh well. Good aim cannon. Okay. I feel very immediately vindicated in, like, my interest in this game, I'll be honest, because of, like, just how Bomberman coded it is. I really did not realize it was this Bomberman coded. I was just like, oh, it's a game where you play as a bunny, and, it's a platformer. I like 3D platformers. Oh. No, I didn't save myself. Oh. Thank you. Is that the first time I've fallen into the void? It might have been? Because, yeah, the last time I died was to, like, blowing myself up. Okay, if you dive, there is an arc that you have to be putting yourself on. Good to know. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a moment. But while doing so, I did remember one other important thing. I might have realized what the diamonds are for. Because I was, like, contemplating, like, I just don't know. But then I remembered one thing. Before I did anything else, I was at a store. And I focused my attention on the fact that there were, like, unlockables that I just didn't have. But, in a store, usually you're gonna have to buy things, you know? These could just be currency. I don't necessarily know if they're gonna be more than that. So, that's good to know. Sorry, I'm okay, everything's going, okay. Just kinda got a little concerned for a second. My Audacity, the program I use to record my audio, suddenly froze, and I was like, oh god, did it stop recording? Did something happen? Continuing to go now. There might be like a weird blip where... Because that's happened sometimes, actually, but most of the time it's not really noticeable. But there have been a couple times when my Audacity file has been like, hey, there's a, like, 1 second blip here where there's no audio coming through. And, like, the file... Well, corrupted's not the right word, but, like, it kind of broke mid-recording. But all it really did was, like, cut out, like, 1 second of audio. Yay! That pedestal looks like a pizza. Okay, well, that's 4 stages. Am I done with the first world now? Is there going to be a boss fight? Or... Okay, that's it. So most of these best times are like 2 minutes. Interesting. I'm gonna see what UFO enemy mode does, but I'm gonna do that in the next episode of Let's Play Bombun. So we're gonna go to the Skylands there. Maybe there'll be a resort. Who knows? So, I'll see you guys next episode for more Let's Play Bombun. I'm having a fun time, and hopefully this is interesting to you guys. I always feel weird doing random indie game stuff like this, because it feels like that's usually not what gets attention, but I also don't do Let's Plays for attention. If I did, I would have stopped ages ago. Some of my videos will get like 3 views. Others will randomly get like 70 or 80. I've been paying attention to Ratchet & Clank 1, and it's like, what? Wow. You guys really like Ratchet & Clank, huh? But, I don't know. It is what it is. Some games, I just can't predict what people are going to want to watch me play. But, I don't know. Maybe I just draw in the furry crowd. Maybe there will be like 60 or 70 people watching this. Bunny rabbits. Go.